Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. Since the last episode, I have done a lot of work. None of it very interesting, not interesting enough to put it on camera, that's for sure, so that is why I've done it off camera. First of all, while we're floating around out here looking at my Dyson swarm, let me just list up what I've done. I have completed exploring the entire cluster, and the stars that are named, where you can see the names, are the stars where I do have mining outposts. Now, apologies. The black hole and the neutron star provide me with unipolar magnets, but I haven't used them yet. I have quite a bit of them. Canis Minoris, we had a look at that in the last episode. Kuma, that is an interesting place, and so is Procyon. So, we have from Kuma and Nausea, or Gnosia, I don't know. We have, together with the unipolar magnets from the black hole and the neutron star, we have more kimberlite, we have more optical something fractal crystal or something. No, not fractal, because that's fractal silicon, because we also have more fractal silicon, we have more spinny form stalagmite crystal. And I also set up 3 planets in Procyon, or Procyon. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is there. To mine silicon, because, sheesh, you need a lot of silicon. There is a serious amount of silicon you need. So that is one thing that I've done. On our home planet, or rather our starting planet, I suppose I should call it by now, since it is no longer the home planet as per se. Wow, this is certainly a lot of light. There I have built no less than 600 fractionators. Deuterium, kinda need a lot of it. On the planet ahead of us, the Forge world, I am starting to lack space. I didn't think that was going to happen, but apparently that is exactly what's happening at the moment. So I have the following built there. 2 new steel smelting lines, where a line is 30 smelters. 21 new high purity silicon smelting lines. Again, a line is 30, so that is 21 times 30. 2 new copper smelting lines. And then I realized I needed more processors. So I redid processors because I had done something weird with how I had set them up with the loop of the microcrystalline components. So I wasn't really supplying it properly. So I have those separated now. So I have 16 assembly lines for microcrystalline components and 8 assembly lines for processors, which is a grand total of 840 assemblers and 2,520 sorters just for that. If it weren't for the copy inserters mod, sheesh, I don't think I would have been doing this. We have another titanium glass assembly line. We have 2 more titanium alloy smelting lines. We have 2 new titanium crystal assembly lines. I removed the old assembly line for warpers and replaced that with just 16 assemblers making warpers from the green cubes. That freed up some graviton lenses, and in addition gives us a heck of a lot more warpers. I made 3 new assembly lines for the Deuteron fuel rods. We are going to need them very shortly. And I have 2 more assembly lines on the planet number 4, where I have chemical plants, where I make carbon nanotubes, and I'm doing that from the spiniform stalagmite. And I also had to add another 2 Casimir crystal assembly lines, and the reason for that is that I've also added 240 assemblers for plane filters and then 90 assemblers for quantum chips. And finally, I also added 2 more assembly lines for frame materials. So yeah, 5 minutes of telling you what I've done, where a lot of it is what I have built. Now, you can see the FPS up the upper left corner there temporarily. Keep in mind I have a 3080 and a 5900X Ryzen. Still, the FPS is suffering from this planet, and I guess that makes sense. But it is definitely time to get on with the Dyson Sphere, or at least I hope I can get on with that. I have absolutely no idea what to expect from the Dyson Sphere. Here's some of the very little area I have left on this planet. This is basically it. This plane you can see here and that up there. I've prepared the belts for the assembly lines for the two things that we need for the Dyson Sphere, which is namely Dyson Sphere components. We are going to build 60 assemblers making those. Let's just get on with that so that we have that done. Let's set this to Dyson Sphere component, copy and paste. And then we build the sorters that is needed for this. Why am I not in God mode? There we go. And then I need to check. Okay, so we need 60 of these. Let's move on to a more sensible location, like here. So 2, and now is there room for a power pole there? Yes. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. And the reason I'm counting out loud there is not because I want you to have a counting with Caledorn session, but because otherwise I would lose track. I have tried to do that in my head several times, and most of the time I've gotten it wrong, which, well, it is not ideal, especially not when you're dealing with massive assembly lines like the plane filters, where I'm using 120 assemblers per line. So, yeah. How am I moving? There we are. And we can remove some of these belts. I'm going to leave the belts there because I might want to extend this line. In fact, I have a strong suspicion that is going to be required. So, not that we have that much left, but there is something at least. And we need to add the power poles, and I'm still not using those substations. One of the reasons for that is because space. The Tesla towers can be built in these little nooks, but the substations are a bit more... their base is 3 in size. They would cover a far larger area, so it might not matter. But I'd rather be on the safe side. Okay, now let's start requesting these. The frame material is made locally. The solar sails are made locally. The processors are made locally. The autosave takes a little while now. Okay, now the Dyson Sphere components are going to be made here as soon as the drones come back. As you can see, I also have 60 mini fusion power stations, just in case we need power, because, well, I don't think we need power currently, but at some point we will. And that is because I intend to set the some of the ray receivers to make photons instead of gathering energy. Okay, now this has started, so that's good. What we'll do is move over here. Then we'll do a copy of one of these and put it here. And we'll do a copy of one of those and put it there. Now, I'm not sure if the power pole will fit. Oh, it will. That's very handy. Let's change this recipe to be small carrier rocket. As you can see, I already prepared the towers with the stuff that I need. The same goes for the tower that is going to be responsible for the carrier rockets. So here we need to build 5. Because we need, or need, that is a strong word. I want to build 10 of these. And again, I'm going to leave the belt. I might be doing this overkill en masse. If I do, then that's fun. There we go. Now set this to... Hold on, I need to check the spreadsheet here. I don't think we need very many. Yeah, this is 200 each, so I'll set this to 800. 1600 on that since it's remotely produced, and 800 on that. So this one, local demand, remote storage, local storage, remote demand, local demand, remote storage. I don't have a lot of stuff left in my inventory, do I? Should probably get some deuterium fuel rods as well. Oh, some are inbound here, but... Now I have no idea whatsoever where it's a good idea to build these, wherever they are, these vertical launching silos. So they can launch 5 rockets per minute. We are producing... What's the speed of those rockets? 1 per 6 seconds. So that's 10 per minute. In other words, I'm producing 100 per minute. And the launchers... Wow, okay. So I'm going to need 20 vertical launching silos. Okay. Let me just write that up, because that means that I need 1600 alloy. I'm gonna handcraft them. I'll probably add them to them all at some point, but not yet. And I need 600 frame material. I need 400 graviton lens. I might have to go... No. I have them requested here, and I need 200 quantum chip. Let's head on into map mode and see if we can find these things. Here's a tower making... Might be a good idea to set it to accept the titanium alloy. Never can tell. What about this one? This one has. So I need 1600. Come on. 1544. That's 56. Yeah, that's good. So I have 1637. I can put this back. Then we need... I'm just going to check these towers to see that they're actually accepting. Yeah, they are. The next thing we need is frame material. Where are we producing frame material? Well, no. What am I using graviton lenses for again? I don't remember. Graviton lenses are used for green science cubes. Is that the only thing? Yeah, because I'm not making warpers anymore, so I have to go back to the other planet to get those. Okay, so what I can do is, let's see here. You. Can you get me one batch of graviton lenses, please? No, you cannot, because I haven't put them on remote. Okay. Well, the next thing we're going to need then is quantum chips. And I should have a fairly large assembly line of quantum chips here somewhere. That's plain... Oh no, titanium glass. Let's suppose... There! That's quantum chips. No, that is not quantum chips. Maybe it is. No. No. I'm producing too much. This is the quantum chips. Okay, I need 200 of these. Sure. Put that back. And I need graviton lenses, yes, and I need frame material. That was what I was looking for originally. That's solar sails. That's prisms. Okay, other side of the planet. There's so much here. It's very easy to lose track of things here. I know I'm producing frame material here somewhere. Where are you? I've probably passed it by multiple times, haven't I? Here we go. So we need 600 of that. That works. And then we have to go out of map and head on down to the starting planet, which I have absolutely no clue where is. If you look at the planet down there in the left, you can see that it is fairly populated on the map as well. And I'm kind of suspecting that that planet is somewhere behind the Dyson Swarm. Let's see if we can see it. There's number 4. Okay, it's over there. And it is in eclipse as well, so it will be behind the gas giant. The graviton lenses should be above them all. I don't have that many of them, I think. I need to add more particle colliders as well, because it's standing still right now, but I am producing too little strange matter. Here's all the fractionators that I've built. And here's another bunch of fractionators. There's plenty of those. No, that's the deuterium fuel rods. I was fairly certain I was building the graviton lenses around here. This is some additional power that I built because of the strange matter. Okay. The gravity lenses has to be here somewhere. Okay, note to self. In next session, make sure to record a note of where what is produced. Okay, where's the green science tower? Ah. Okay, it's not here, it's on the other planet, it's on the Forge world. It's just very well hidden on the Forge world, that's the problem. I remember now that I put the graviton lenses in some kind of a narrow spot here somewhere. I'm not using the map because it seems to take me more time to find things using the map than it does to just look like... Here we go. See? Much easier. And we need 400 of these. Put that one and that one back. And then we can land. And I should be able to build 20 of these now. While we build that, because that's going to take 10 minutes, I'm going to pause the recording. And we are done. Now the question is, where do I place these things? They will require a great deal of energy. 360 megawatts to be more specific, and I'm not sure if this planet is the best place for them. Partially because this planet is very dependent upon solar energy, and I don't know if I have the excess or necessary space. Well, I could do some up here. The other side of the planet is completely full. No, I think I want to go to planet number 4. Whatever you be, where you be. You be there. One of the things that I seem to recall from having seen others build Dyson spheres is the solar cells will disappear, and that is not ideal. So I want to build 10 on each pole, so that I'm sure that I always have some working. I don't entirely know how this works. Too close to the M-rail injector, that's fine. So if I build one there...
You have built a vertical launching silo. Now you can use it to construct the main structure of the Dyson Sphere. But before that, you need to enter the Dyson Sphere panel to finish planning the Dyson Sphere nodes and frames. After the plan is completed, the vertical launching silo will automatically launch small carrier rockets loaded with Dyson Sphere components to build the nodes and frames. Each rocket provides one structure point, and you can use the vertical launching silo panel to master the required structured points.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Well, for once, he actually gave some useful advice, since I have no idea about this. I haven't watched anyone do this, so this will be my first attempt at a Dyson Sphere. Certainly I've seen screenshots, but that's kind of not the same. This is wrong. Can I adjust this in any meaningful manner? I can remove that. And can do this and this and this. And then I can take a belt out there. Does that work? Yep. And I can take that down here. And I can place a splitter here. Now that's the wrong way. That's the right way. And then we can remove this and we can put this in there. You know what's going to be easier? If I just do this. Okay, so that is that belt taken care of. Now for this belt, I think I have to go up here. Yep, that works. And if I go down again here, and then we do that. Just wait for the solar sails to disappear. And that. And then we can remove not that much. That wasn't entirely part of the plan. Oh well. Better connect it up again. Can we just do this? Well, I could, but I have too many solar sails. Anyhow, let's see if we can place this down here. Yeah, I can if I remove this. I can place it down where I want it to be. Well, almost there. And we need a new power pole there, just to make sure that we have enough power. I don't want to be left without power. That would not be ideal. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do this side of the planet. I have no idea what's the middle here. Probably there. Well, actually, it looks like the middle is between there. Let's go back and move that one. So that looks like the middle. And that would be the middle. And then finally, this would be the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is set up a tower. And, or rather, where are the input ports on this thing? Okay, so there is an input port there. So I'm going to need... Ooh, that's not good. Well, it's not a disaster. Is there an input port on the backside? No. No, there is not. Okay, let me just pause again while I move this a little bit. There we go. I found myself in need of power as well, so I set up a couple of these, 80 to be specific. Requesting them into this tower because these things they eat power. Now, I have no idea if this is a good way of doing it or not, but let's try it and see how this works. I suspect that this is not the best way of doing it, but I think I'll just put all of the rockets on this side of the planet. Okay, sometimes God mode is not useful. Like, this is one of those situations where God mode is really not useful. But that toggle God mode button is very handy. Just set these up. And yep, that should be it. Let's release these rockets out into the wild, shall we? And yeah, we have to design the sphere. So what is the default? Yeah, that doesn't work. Make build plan. Geometric grids or graticule grids? I think we go with geometric grids. So what's the reason for it being red? Let's stop this. Build plan node. Latitude too high. Aha, I have to build nodes on this thing. If I build nodes at each of these... I mean, as a default... frame? I don't know, maybe I need the nodes to be built first. What do you mean lack of rocket? There is most definitely a rocket available for you here. Oh, that you know what might help? Power. Okay, so that seems to launch a rocket. Okay. Let's make sure that all of them has power, shall we? Do the ones in the darkness fire? Yes, they do. So it doesn't really matter where you build them, so I guess this was a very awkward way of doing it, and I might move this somewhere else so that I don't have everything on a belt running around the pole, which seems completely unnecessary. So how does this... Okay, so we have a node. And I do apologize if you can hear some noise in the background. There's some construction work going on outside. Nodes in total 10. So we need 300 structure points. Okay, I guess we can set up the other rocket launchers meanwhile then. Might as well just set them up here, now that I've started here. How did I do that? Yeah, that was in the middle of one of these. think I got the distance wrong on some of these, but it's not a huge issue. Ah, that is too close. I have to build it one out. Well, the rockets are launching at least while we're doing this, so that's something. I suppose I could build it the other way, but that wouldn't really help either, because it needs to be able to access one of the input points, which it can't from the backside. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay, now they seem to be on the right place. We can remove these and we'll build a splitter, and of course we need that, and let's also put up the power right away. Like so, and continue, and I think I have some rockets in my inventory now. Let's put those in. There's no reason to carry those around. And power. That's not correct. It was about time I got to the end of the game. Then again, maybe this is the start of the game. Who knows? Very well could be. I mean, you can build several of these Dyson spheres if you want to. You can even build several of them in the same system. As far as I know, you can build 10 per system, which seems to be in line with what the editor said. Ho hum. This is a bit repetitive. Then again, in factory games, things often are repetitive when you reach a certain point of the game. Now we have plenty of rockets, that's for sure. I should probably set up the last 4 launchers as well while we're at it. Okay, so all of the launchers seem to have what they're supposed to have now. And since they're inactive, I assume it means that something has happened to the sphere. No. Total structure point 283. Okay, so idle node amount because we need these final structure points to be added. I don't know how often or how much of a space there should be between each node. So that's something to figure out. Altitude too high, upgrade stress system. Can I? Yes, I have a node there and a node there. But I can't very well have nodes all over the place here, can I? Stop that. If I put one in the middle of each of these then, does that help? I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. And this episode is getting long as well. Aha, okay. Geodesic or graticule? I have no idea. Let's stop that again and build these all around. Hopefully that helps with the stress system. Okay, there we go. I've built that all around. 20 nodes. And oh boy, we're looking at 2,600 structure points. Whew, well then. What I will do is I'll put up those 4 final launchers, and I'll do that at each of these. I wonder if that is too far away. I mean too close. Nope, that works. So I'll put up the final 4 launchers at each of these. I don't remember the name of those in map terms. Feel free to tell me if you remember. I sure don't. So 2 out. And a sorter. And some power. I'm pretty sure this thicker line has a name. The problem is I either don't know or I don't remember the name of it. I mean, you have the equator. That one I know. But those things, no idea. Well, maybe building the tower there wasn't such a great idea after all. I can fix that though. We can have the tower here. Set this to remote storage, local storage, and do a little landing here elegantly, and copy that. That probably doesn't work, does it? It does. Set this to accept rockets and warpers. Put the warpers at 200. No, 100 is sufficient. And let's take these and put them in here. We take these and put them in here. Set this to local demand, remote storage, local storage. I just need 4,800. That will suffice. And then, oh, actually, I only need 2,400. Remote demand. Then I could set up another launch site somewhere. this. Okay, so we're up to 571 points. Before I end this episode, I want that structure points to come to 2600. So I'll pause the recording yet again, and I will be back with you as soon as we have that structure point number up to the next level. Well, I realized that researching this might be a good idea. You know, since it kind of increases the latitude limit by 15 degrees. So it's most likely this one that is the reason for why I couldn't do any more than what I did. But building the additional nodes that I did build was actually necessary to build these geodesic frames, because otherwise they would be too long. So this is the way that I did it originally would not have worked because of that. But it looks really cool with all these rockets being fired out and then on their way to the various points of the sphere. Yeah, now this turned green. I'm not surprised. So I can do that, and I can do... Well, that's wrong. I need to stop the game again. How do I get that to be similar? Okay. So I can do a zigzag. I know many people have done funky things with their Dyson Sphere, like writing things and all kinds of things. Since this is my first one, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to do a very basic structured layout where things look, well, I guess a diamond-shaped Dyson Sphere will be nice. Kind of feel that it isn't symmetric. No, on some points it isn't. I suspect, let's see, inspect. I have a suspicion why. So that one is all the way down. This one isn't. This one isn't. Then we have two that are. What's the reason for this? Why is that going like that? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Then we should skip one node. And this one will be weird. That one will be weird as well. Skip one node again. Okay, so I have something here. I'm not sure how to deal with those. Can I research that thing again? I can. That makes sense then. Okay, now that, yeah, this makes sense in a bizarre way. We're starting to ramp up on the structure points we need. This thing absorbs the solar sails. It's going to be easier to build as well. $192 hours. Well, I have overbuilt, that's for sure. But man, have I had fun. This is a very, very good game. This just looks absolutely amazing. I've learned so much from my own playthrough. It's kind of funky, actually, how much I've learned from this. Yep. So how does this work now, then? Can I make it symmetric now? Yes, I can. Well, it's not exactly symmetric, because these things make the sphere kind of bendy. Ah, stop that. So I guess that kind of affects what it looks like, but it is at least somewhat symmetric. As much as I can expect, I guess. Had I gone with a different style on the why isn't there anything here? And then again, the this style looks definitely better than the. I mean, I like these. What are they called? No, that's definitely wrong. Can I get this symmetric? I'd have to go down there. It's really, really hard to see. So it won't be entirely symmetric. That one won't work. Yeah, well, that is correct. That one will not work. That one shall not work either. And this one should be the one that will not work. Here I've seemed to have forgotten some. Probably due to the symmetry thing. That one shall not work. Yet, at least. And this one won't work. And again, there seems to be some areas that I haven't built because of the symmetry thing. Okay, I just want to finish this. I know the episode is much longer than it should be by now, but as long as I finish this, at least this can work in the background while I do other things. And when we come back to the next episode, I will have something to show you. So I can't pause the game until all of this stuff is done. This is going to be way too much. I suspect we're looking at most likely well above 10,000 structure points now. That's wrong. Okay, so I have a kind of a thing here, and I'll just finish this up in between episodes. Yeah, 18,580. I should continue to research this so I could get the entire globe. But for now, yes, this was definitely my first and very interesting attempt at building a Dyson Sphere. I can't wait to see what this thing is going to look like when it's done. But if you have any questions or comments or feedback or tips and suggestions and hints, do feel free to leave those in the comment section. Also, if you'd like, please do come join me in the Discord server. You'll find the link to that in the description. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this fiddling of mine, and that it wasn't too tedious. And I also hope that you enjoy my slightly insane base. I know people have built much larger than I have, but still, this is a large base, and I'm quite happy with it. So, thank you so much for joining me, and I shall be seeing you all in the next episode.